We are human, like you, and we seek our rightful place in Australia's birth certificate. I hope that by now, the question you are asking yourself is not if Indigenous people should have a constitutionally enshrined voice, but instead you're asking yourself, why? Why have we not granted this fairness to Indigenous people before? Fairness. You remember, perhaps, when you were a child and you got in trouble for something, you got the blame for something that you did not do. Or what about the time that you were in the schoolyard and the other kids were playing a game and they excluded you? It's terrible, isn't it? When you feel voiceless and ignored. Indigenous people are merely seeking a fair go. Parliaments are always making decisions specifically about Indigenous people, and they are failing to close the gap in life expectancy, in education, employment and health outcomes. They are failing to close the gap because there is no constitutional requirement for the Parliament to hear us. It would be a fair go for Indigenous people to be able to speak to the Parliament in a transparent way before parliaments make decisions about us. It would be a fair go for Indigenous people to be able to choose representatives who are from our communities, who understand our culture, who know the solutions to our problems because they live and breathe our issues every day. Representatives who speak for Indigenous people, not for their self-interest or a political party. Look at what our children say. Children from many different backgrounds. Australian children innately understand the fair go. They ask the question too. Why have we not granted this fairness to Indigenous people before? It would be a fair go for our children, not just Indigenous children, but all of our children, to no longer be burdened by a colonial past and a constitutional ignorance to our Indigenous heritage. If you, like our children, would say yes, then this is your moment. And I want you to use your power not just to turn up on polling day at that referendum and cast your vote as a yes, but to do the work that the Indigenous people have done in this country, and in the lead up to that referendum, take other Australians by the hand and make sure they vote yes too.